can I ask why you're holding beast mode? Please don't point that, it's loaded. Didn't I ever teach you? Don't point and it's ready to fire. Oh boy. See, that one came with tools, so this one's a little bit more scary. I don't even want to know what those do. But anyways, say hello to my little friend. So, here we are in Vegas for, let me turn some light on. I'm talking about everybody's packing heat. Look,
show me your gun.
It's going down.
Show.
So here we are in Vegas for IFO. We're staying with Daniel at the Airbnb, and we went to Ross for other purposes, not to find this type of machinery. So Daniel had the great idea to have a shootout. So we're gonna plan an ambush. We're gonna have guys sitting here. I'm gonna hide in the closet. I'm gonna set the camera here, and the plan is, as soon as they walk in, I'm gonna open that door and we're gonna ambush them. We're gonna make sure that we get our kills before anybody else gets here. And then after that, we'll just probably have another one. So there's the driveway, there's the entrance. So we're all gonna strategically set ourselves. Maybe we'll have somebody under the table, and then it's gonna be on like Donkey Kong. So we're gonna set up. Let's see if we can figure out where's the best spot, and then we'll start recording.
That's cheating!
This is what happens when your kid turns 18 and she was to race too. You end up having to haul her car to the restaurant.
Fuck yeah! Hey, fuck that dude! Send his ass back to where he came from!
Talked about a little bit ago. Dave Montgomery has collected up 69 wins with this car. He's trying to race his way to the final today, where he was come back to take on the loader. He had pickup truck that's rolling up behind the water box and all that stuff. He's got to get around and do it. That's what he's right there. That's what he's going to go right now.
Yeah, Marie.
The white line going up, stage jumping step going on against Amarina Victoria. Victoria. What is the quietest final you're ever going to do in your life? Daddy is a Tesla. The white line going up, stage jumping step going on against Amarina Victoria. Victoria. What is the quietest final you're ever going to do in your life?
Oh! She wasn't.
Every run has either been a competition or a ride bus.
Recap Vegas IFO. So a couple things didn't go the way we planned. Number one, the turbo didn't show up on time. I'm gonna expand on the next video whenever I get the new turbo. It is on the way. Unfortunately, it didn't show up in time for Vegas. The IDS suspension should be showing up as well. So that's, like I said, I'll explain that in the next video. I feel like if the new turbo would have showed up on time, I could have slapped it on the car, and then all these other problems, we would have caught them on the dyno. Unfortunately, the transmission was already hurt, and I ended up running the Carmen Gia Pro mod, and I didn't know that those guys were going to play games. Again, my fault for not staging first. We talked them to when we were in the lanes, and all the races they're racing clean, and when it came down to racing me, they decided to play fucking games. I don't play games on the trees because I know what it does to these race cars. Sitting on the two-step on the trans brake for long periods of time, especially on a car when it's already warm, it's really, really bad for the transmissions. So try not to play games, but these guys, they got the best of me. They got in my head. I don't know what he did, but he waited till like the last second to bump in. And by then, transmission was already, it was already cooked. So car ended up acting up after that. I still came around. I still got him. If you go on my Instagram, you can see the post. Like I said, those guys, they did whatever they did or whatever they felt they needed to do. And it ended up backfiring. I came up around them and I still ended up beating them. So that was the positive about it. Send them packing back to wherever it is that they came from. So now the transmission, when I went to semis, I didn't have enough time for it to cool off. I don't know if it would have been any different if the transmission was actually cool. So maybe like 20 minutes after that run, I ended up running the semis against Montgomery and the red tail line. And everybody knows that the red tail line, it's a fast car. I had no chance, but I feel like I would have given him, at least a good race. Shout out to him. He achieved his 60th victory. So that's a big accomplishment for him. Yeah, so now we got to take the transmission off, send it back, go get it looked at, see how bad the damage is. It didn't sound good when it was warm. I know something in there. It's not gonna be right. Engine's running good. Everything else is good. My kid ended up making it to the finals on the bracket class, and she was running consistent all night. And then at the last pass, the car decided to make a Hail Mary pass, and she ended up breaking down. So she was runner up. So it was a big accomplishment for her, being her first race, her first actual competition race. She practiced at the Bakersfield IFO, but it was just a test and tune. And with this one being an actual competition, making it a final, so to her it was a big accomplishment. So let's hope she can keep that up. Daniel broke an axle on first round of testing, or first round of qualifying. He snapped an axle, and we were all surprised because that car, it's been through hell and back and never had a problem with axles. And this weekend was the one that one of the axles decided he had enough. And his daughter was having problems with the Skyline, the V8 Skyline. She was having issues with the nitrous not engaging, so all day she was having issues with it. And unfortunately, she didn't make the cut because the 11.5 class is so big that you almost have to run close to that number to be able to make it. And unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it. So the only thing we can do now is to get ready for Bakersfield IFO. That is going to be a competition. So we're going to try to make sure that all our cars are ready to go. We're all still going to run the same classes. So let's hope we do good and we win at our home track. Shout out to my boy Frankie, his buddy, and Daniel for talking all that shit whenever those guys burned me down. Shout out to those guys because they've always fucking been there and they always had my back. And same to them. If it would have been them, I would have been talking that shit too. So shout out to those guys for being there. So with that, don't play games with the trees. It costs a lot of money. That transmission already being hurt, and then that burn down, that's gonna be probably a fucking $4,000 fuck up. So it is what it is, part of racing. Like I said, I could have staged second, but me being the type that I don't fucking play games, those guys, they got the best of me. So it is what it is. With that, we're gonna end this video and we'll see you guys on the next one.